And also thank you for inviting me in that conference. Thank you also for the coordinator of the African Diaspora Council of Switzerland, Celeste Buchko, who just arrived. And I would like to tell a little bit about the aims and activities of the Young Body, which is ADIN, the African Diaspora Youth Network in Europe. The aims of ADIN are to be a network of African diaspora young people living in Europe. We are working for the common vision of a world where every African diaspora youth can unite as a global citizen and contribute to the sustainable development of both continents, Africa and Europe. The fundamental values are to be youth-led and youth-driven by responsible and inspirational citizens and leaders that exhibit courage and a positive image of Africa and African diaspora youth in Europe. We aspire for positive change and excellence in everything we do, working in mutual understanding and respect in a learning environment. The promotion of African cultures and heritages and the knowledge that comes from it is important also for us, since it enriches the diversities that strengthen African diaspora identities. We live in the shared spirit of Ubuntu that recognizes coexistence, humanity, service, belonging, accountability, and respect towards others. So the main activities of the European International Organization, ADIN, are to provide information and policy research, project campaign reports on conferences and seminars, and a calendar of upcoming events. It is a collective voice representing the voices and views of our members, raising awareness about African diaspora youth, facilitating meetings and discussion in the African Union, the European Commission, the European Union, and the United Nations. So I will go to the slide 3. Why did I get involved with ADIN? What are the benefits and assets? My engagement for positive citizenship is rooted in my education, because I was raised by the greatest woman on earth, my mother, and the best peacemaker Burundi has, my father. So I got involved with ADIN by chance, actually, in July 2010. And also because for our recognition of my work and engagement in Switzerland and Burundi, my country of origin. So last summer, I received an invitation from Melanie Argas-Paquet, a member of the Commission for Development Issues, KFR. It's a student body of the University of Zurich. So Melanie was born in South Africa and grew up in Switzerland, passion and love for Africa. She has participated in previous meetings about the creation of ADIN, and last year she forwarded the call for participation to various African organizations in Switzerland, and I got the chance to be the one who represented Switzerland at the one-week seminar dedicated to the African diaspora youth living in Europe, and entitled "Inclusion has to come from the inside." We were about 40 Africans coming from different member countries of the Council of Europe, and one guest from the Pan-African Youth Union. During the last day of the seminar, we held the constitutive assembly of ADIN. And back home in Switzerland, with Melanie, we organized and hosted at the University of Zurich an Adine Trio seminar that successfully launched Adine, the Swiss chapter. Among the 30 participants, 5 were appointed to work towards a plan and program of action, and was appointed as coordinator. It was in March this year. 3 months later, in June 2011, this year, we held a strategic meeting in which we defined what should be the benefits and assets as a specific purpose for Adine, the Swiss chapter, up to next year. Out of that meeting, National Dasser, she is among the participants here, and she is also the official Swiss youth representative to the United Nations. National Dasser and I were appointed to identify a national and representative team of community workers in Switzerland. So one of the benefits to be a member of Adine is that you connect with interesting and new people and get to know much more about their lives, their dreams and their fears. As an Adine community worker, you learn how to organize and strengthen your community for the betterment of the society. One of the benefits, actually, we all appreciate in our multicultural world. Slide 4. Our experience is an asset for policy makers, public and private institutions interested in youth culture, for political participation and engagement, for the Swiss cooperation with Africa and the development of strong intercultural relations between Africa and the whole African diaspora. Also because we want to reach at least 100 members in Switzerland in the next 9 to 12 months, and then 10 times more before 2015, the experience in Adine is an asset for mass improvements. For instance, on June 16, we have celebrated the International Day of the African Child for the first time in Switzerland. The event took place in Vienne, the headquarters of the Swiss Commission for Childhood and Youth Questions. And we worked in partnership with the African Diaspora Council of Switzerland and also the local associations that deals with Swiss minorities, sports, culture and integration. We also had the support of the National Youth Council of Switzerland and also the local handball association. This is the fundamental benefit and asset of Adine. You learn about Africa and connect with the world. The next slide deals with the question of what are my personal and work academic reflections and experiences with the issues of power relation and participation. Where do I see potential and hope, and what possible conflict, risk, or frustration? If I have any personal stories or experience to share in this context, I came to Switzerland in 1989, rescued by the Swiss Red Cross with all my family from a massive bloodshed. I was 9 years old when I went to a Swiss school for the first time, and with my other 5 brothers and sisters, we had to do huge efforts at school in order to pass for secondary and high school in Geneva. When I was attending College Voltaire, I was a traumatized teenager with problems regarding identities, and was not interested in anything except music. The identity problems stemmed from being black in a white society, experiencing exclusion